We got things to give away. We got salami. We got some level. This is the best prosciutto you've ever had. A little kippa, fucking. I've been recording this whole time.
3, 2, 1. Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Straight out of the Scarlet Halls and crossing over the Rainbow Bridge, I'm Slide Whistle.
I am Immunization.
I'm Aaron, Fire Mage Extraordinaire and Horde Punching Bag.
Episode 26 of Do Not Relent. Don't stop relenting.
Woo! Stop it! Don't! Or rather, don't!
I can't believe it. This marks half of a year of podcasting, boys.
Oofa,
Yeah, he told me that earlier, and I was like, wow, we've been in the game for so long. I feel like it was just yesterday.
We are grizzled young vets now.
I remember when we were coming up with the idea for this podcast as I was getting legal action on my other podcast. Lord, it's been quite a journey.
Yeah, you went from being a convicted podcast felon to being a convicted podcast cutie.
Ooh, I'm on top 10 feet pics of WoW podcasters.
Oh, man. I would love to see the rest of that list. And it's the BuzzFeed article that's also associated with it.
Right now it's just me and one of the guys from Half Hill Report. But I'm sure they'll add some more.
God, I hope so. I want to use this quick 30 seconds to be angry at Vince McMahon for giving Brock Lesnar the Money in the Bank briefcase, and for having Brock Lesnar threaten to cash it in, and he's cashing it on this Friday. Why? WWE, why?
If there's one thing I love about my Money in the Bank, is when it's immediately used.
By a big, sweaty beef man who nobody wants anymore. No, go away, beef man.
And they're going to have him cash it in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, which no one even wants them to be at.
Apparently they banned Sami Zayn. He didn't ban himself. They said that he can't come because of his religion.
What?
Yeah,
what
I mean,
is
that's
he?
why he hadn't been to any of the other ones. He's Muslim.
Sami Zayn is Muslim? Wow.
But isn't he a different sect of it from...
He's Syrian. I think that's the main reason why he
so
can't be there.
Just a lot of overall shittiness happening. But, okay, I guess we can... everyone's like, who the fuck's Sami Zayn, and what does this have to do with anything?
If they stuck through us with ASMR, Monster Hunter, Sonic the Hedgehog, they can do wrestling.
They can handle it. Ooh, Godzilla was really good. Go see Godzilla. I love that movie. I guess that's my last
I want
Wow.
Godzilla and Mothra to kiss.
They basically did.
Yay.
They basically kissed.
Yay!
It is Pride Month, and I'd like to officially announce Mothra as the official gay icon of this month.
I want Mothra on every rainbow flag from here to Seattle. Put her on there.
If the Babadook can make it, surely Mothra can. She's got 10 times more personality than that flake.
Oh, the Babadook. I'm glad that everyone embraced that creepy man. Alright, but let's do some WoW stuff. Aaron, what did you do in the World of Warcraft this week?
This week in the World of Warcraft, I decided I wanted to add some more fuel to the fire of my girl, Growlina. I'd been ignoring her for too long, so I'm like, this week's going to be all about her. So she's kind of geared up, so I couldn't really get a lot of gear. So mostly what I focused on was trying to get that sweet neck level to 50. I'm getting close. I'm about 48.5 now, which is only a level and a half more than last time. But I'm like, it's improvement. And I started doing old content to try and get T-Mog, even though none of it looks good on her.
Well, that's how it ends to go, doesn't it?
With the Worgen, that's certainly par for the course.
Yeah, those Worgen, let me tell you.
Immune, what did you do this week in the World of Warcraft?
Well, I got to play a lot more WoW this week than I have in the past few weeks, which is exciting. I was so happy that Draenor Time Walking was there. I ran so many of those boys on both my Priest and my Druid. I played a lot on my Druid. I ran my first Mythic Pluses with the Druid, and that was exciting. And I've been playing him as Resto now.
Ooh, you guys are both healers again. And I guess you're again.
two-time healer. And in addition to that, I, like Aaron said, am making the push on my priest to 50 neck level. I'm almost there, like 40% more, so I should get it this week at some point. Slide, what about you? How was your week in WoW?
Oh boy. I had a very busy week in WoW. I took full advantage of Draenor time walking, and I time walked to hell and back. I got my Paladin to 120, and now he's at level 360. I got my Demon Hunter to 120. He's at level 350. I got my Hunter to 116, and I think I'm a Hunter now. I love Hunter.
You've decided your 17th main will move to number 1?
Yeah, I think so. I'm really, really enjoying like the action of Hunter. They're crazy in PvP. I just had to do one little thing before I could play it.
You had to race change it, didn't you?
I absolutely had to race change it.
You know, I was just about to
Homozygous.
say how exciting it was going to be to have 2 Worgen back to back. But as soon as I thought that, I said, nope.
Listen, it's fine. Homozygous the Worgen decided he didn't want to live that life anymore. So he went and he got cleansed. Now he's Achilles, the human hunter.
He's a
just human.
human!
The clothes look so great on him. I literally went through all the sets and I was like, holy shit, this looks nothing like how it looked on the Worgen. Like, it looks nothing like
through.
it. Like, the headpieces, they're perfectly aligned to this man's skull. And also, nobody had the name Achilles, which I think is pretty cool. I'll take that. So yeah, I've been messing around with Achilles, the human hunter, and I've fallen in love with him now that he has skin like my own.
I can't say it's surprising, but I'm still shook.
I still have one Worgen. I still have my Druid Worgen. And at least
yes, because he can turn into a bear, so you don't have to see him.
Speaking of being shook, I have some shocking news for you guys and something additional I did this week.
What?
Whoa, what is it?
Well, I ran my islands. But even more shocking, I decided to run a war front. And even more shocking.
Oh god.
I'm
was
literally on the edge of my stool. It was Stormguard!
Yeah, it was Stormguard, guys. It was the worst one.
I have fainted. I'm doing the rest of this on the floor.
So he told me he was doing it, and I said, why? And what was it? Was it for heart? Was it for neck levels? Is that why?
Yeah, I did it on my priest, too, and it was for the Azurite. It ended up giving almost 1,000 of it, and I was like, oh, it won't be that long. I was wrong. It was very long. And I was the only person there that seemed to care, and I was way overgeared for it, so in every fight I was in, regardless if it was just me or if there were like 10 to 15 other people with me, I was not only topping the healing charts, but also the DPS charts at the same time. I'm like, no one wants to be here, but like, try please, guys.
That is truly upsetting.
Everyone's just walking
I'm
around.
I'm sorry you had to go through that.
I did it to myself. I don't know what I expected.
Yeah, I was over here having fun in Draenor time walking, the best dungeons. And meanwhile, he's in Stormguard for like an hour and a half. That's what it felt like. All I'm saying is, guys, when time walking comes around, y'all gotta level them boys, because it's super easy. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane.
Did you guys get any sweet Draenor Mogs?
No, because the Mogs are like ugly, and I have them all already.
That's very
like,
true.
oh.
I having played through Draenor, I guess I have most of these things. I was just upset. I kept getting necklaces and rings. I'm like, these are useless.
Trash. But actually, on both of my like main characters now, on both the priest and the druid, I got team Alk I didn't have before because most of my time in Draenor, I was playing a male class. I was playing hunter.
Ooh, hunter.
Very true. Very true.
I love that class now.
On
That's me. I'm a hunter.
immunization, your priest, did you get the head horns?
What are the head horns?
It's like a series of metal like teeth or horns that just go on the side of your head. And I'm pretty sure they don't look good on anyone. They especially don't look good on my girl.
Maybe I did. I just put them out of my mind because I assumed they also would look bad on my character.
We gotta go back and check the tapes. We have to see if he has these head horns in his team log bank.
Well, as we previously mentioned, this is Pride Month, and we thought we would celebrate Pride Month by doing a little fun Pride Month giveaway. We already mentioned it on our Twitter before recording today, and what we decided to do was buy several of the Pride themed Blizzard pins. They're really cute. They're like rainbow colored, and all money spent on them is donated to the Trevor Project, so that's cool.
Yeah, it's 100% profits go to them, which is funny because people on Twitter were throwing a fit about it. They were acting like Blizzard is going to take all this money and put it into Diablo mobile games. It's a little ridiculous.
Yeah, even the comments who weren't like, you're going to mismanage this money, were just, well, I mean, we already talked about the fact that the fan base is stuck in the past, and there's some real rough opinions there, but continue, Immune.
Yeah, so kind of inspired by these rough comments, we decided to do this giveaway. We have 3 pins we are going to be giving away over the course of the month. After this podcast, we'll raffle off one every week, and the way that you guys can enter is either tweeting at us at Do Not Relent Pod or emailing us at donotrelentpod@gmail.com, and just email us a story of something that you're proud of. It can be in World of Warcraft, in real life, if you just want to tell us a fun story about something that happened to you in WoW, literally whatever you want. We'll take your story, enter into a raffle every week. Before recording, we will draw from the raffle and have one winner. We'll read your story on the podcast, and we will send you off one of these pretty pins.
Yep, you don't gotta pay for nothing. We'll just send you a pin and say that we made a donation in your name, even though we already made the donation by buying it in the first place. But we can say it, and then it becomes official, right?
Yeah. So if you guys have any fun stories, send them our way.
We look forward to all that engagement.
But man, there were some real shitters on the Twitter posts that Blizzard made. Let me tell you. Let's see what we got here. I have some saved just so I can look at them and bring them up on the podcast. This man says, a benefit for special interest group? Hard pass. And I'm like, this guy's probably a troll. Like, he's probably like one of those like Russian bots that are just tweeting stuff. No, this man is an active World of Warcraft player with all of his information in his Twitter bio. So it's like, wow, this is a real person who thought this would be a fun thing to comment on a Twitter post. Somebody else says, love how so many companies are try to satisfy a small minority of confused people. It's almost like that's all they care about. In what world is that all they care about?
Everyone knows they're putting out shitty content because the other 11 months of the year they're getting ready for this to really screw us over by offering nice pins for a good cause.
Yeah, I can't believe they would do this to us. But my absolute favorite is when by this, like, very obviously like a child, his Twitter bio, his Twitter picture is like a little baby. And he just says, cringe. Can you imagine being compelled to post stuff like this on like a Twitter post for something that's going to charity? Like,
I don't know. I just saw the post you're talking about, and almost always with these kind of posts, it's somebody taking a selfie in their car really, really close up to their face.
yeah. So I guess we'll just say that we made this these in honor of these fools. But this is a fun reminder that Steve Bannon used World of Warcraft trade chat to motivate some of his people. So there you go. That's a true story.
World of Warcraft truly caters to both sides, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess we can also use as a reminder that if you want to join Proudmoore Pride, US Proudmoore always has a Pride Parade going on. Usually they have marches through different areas. I don't remember the ones this year. It's some weird places. But it's going to be on Saturday, June 29th. But yeah, it's cool. They do it every year. It's interesting, and there's quite a lot of Proudmoore characters you'll meet, so it's worth a shot. Just make a character on the server, and you can join the parade.
So very recently, out of nowhere, Blizzard decided to do a name release in which, I'm unsure of the stats, but they round up all the names that haven't been logged into in forever. and they just released them. We were just kind of bopping around, and Immune sent us a text saying, names got released. You need to jump on that now, or something to that extent.
Yeah, I was at work and I wasn't able to do it, so I was like, you guys, go do it.
Slide and I immediately sprinted to our computers and just
I
sat
ran
there.
so fast. I was in bed. I just jumped up.
I was slapping those keys so hard that it logged me out like 17 times because I think they were like, he's trying to like hack. All he's doing is just sitting at the name screen. So we got a number of them. Slide, would you like to go first or should I?
I can start.
Okay.
If you are a female with the name Sandra, Pam, Julie, Marilyn, or Latrice, you can message me to receive your name on Proudmoore, because you know I got those names. Probably my favorite ones that I got are crack cocaine, which I feel like shouldn't be allowed past the filter, right? I don't know why I even tried it.
I mean, I know we all love some crack cocaine, right?
It's true. But most importantly, I also got cum ass. Regular cum ass. Not with a K like Immune's. It's got a C in it. What happened to the filter? Did that also go out the door?
Oh, I got one later that's like,
They realized the
"Excuse me?"
filter hadn't been used in a while either, so they're like, yeet.
And then I just got some basic names like Henry, Bruce, Vince, Brett. They're not like that rare names, but I feel like it's just really fun to have a human character named that. So I made a Death Knight, and so did these boys. And my Death Knight is just named Alan. Like he's just Alan the Death Knight. Like that's so fucking stupid.
Shout out to your boy Walter the Death Knight.
Shout out to your boy Theodore Teddy the Death Knight.
But perhaps the crown jewel of the name release, the biggest one of them all, America's favorite character, Big the Cat. Which I'm sure was this was entirely related to the name release, and not just because nobody wanted to be named Big the Cat.
I know I surely was trying.
Wait, you tried Big the Cat?
I did try Big the Cat, and when you posted that you had it, I was like, damn it, he took it.
I also got Bye. I think Bye could be a fun name for something. I don't know.
Just like BYE.
Just BYE. I also have Hey. Hey! Hey! It'd be funny if like, you're in a guild and you join and everyone's like, oh, hey! Because, you have to say it twice. Yeah, just some basic names. What about you, Aaron? Did you get anything fun?
Well, just going down the list here, because I started in phases. First, I was like, okay, just people's names. Walter, Billy, Mark, Susan, Gregory, Tobias. I was like, okay.
I'm surprised you got Billy and Mark. Like, those are very common names, and I feel like somebody would want to be named Billy and Mark, right?
I got late wrestler Owen Hart. Ambrose, my grandfather's name. Then I got on a Sonic kick. Got Zavik, Charmy, Pumpkin Hill, Metal Sonic. Then I was just like, okay, what are some other proper nouns I can get? J.K. Rowling, Dan Avidan of the Game Grumps, Aaron Hansen of the Game Grumps, Cricken, he's a YouTuber. Speaking of YouTubers, I have Pro Jared, Holly Conrad, and Altier Heidi of the Pro Jared Blow Up.
You could use those and make a really good play in Stormwind.
I have Miss Pac-Man, Firefighter, Sans, Ron, Overwatch Argus, and my favorite, Ass to Mouth.
What?
What do you mean ass to mouth?
ASSTOMOUTH. Ass to mouth.
I was joking about them eating the filter, but maybe they did.
I feel like I would love to see a stat at how many of these names were released and how many of these names never began in the first place. And I'm willing to bet a large pile of ours were just never names before we started picking them up.
I don't know what you're talking about. I scooped up one name when I got back from work, just in case Lauren would ever want it. I nailed down Shrimpy Gumbo.
Which actually I think was taken before, because I think she tried that. Just so silly. So what are you going to use ass to mouth for?
My Worgen Hunter. It sounds like there's a new free space. So here comes ass to mouth.
I wonder if Achilles was in that that name release, or if no one just wanted it to be called Achilles because it looks a little weird.
It has
right
to
now.
be part of the name release because, like, every Ted from accounting is going to be like, Achilles was a cool Trojan warrior. I'm going to name my human warrior Achilles.
Every other Greek myth name was taken. Like, I tried all of them. The only other one available was, like, Daedalus, whose name is spelled stupid, and all he did was make the labyrinth. Who the fuck wants to be Daedalus? Nobody.
Part of my Greek history RP server.
Oh, I didn't try
pickles.
Minotaur. Do you think I can get Minotaur?
It has to be gone now. It's been days.
Damn. we rolled through town and everyone just picked up the scraps.
So if you have any of those commonplace names, please contact us at donotrelentpod@gmail.com and we will ransom them back to you, Mark.
Billy.
My saddest moment was when I couldn't get any of the Chrisley kids, except for Grayson. I couldn't get Chase. I couldn't get Savannah. I couldn't get Meemaw. It's just so disappointing.
Did you really
Well,
try
I think
Meemaw,
you got
like
the best one, though.
MEEMAW?
Yes. I do have Crossbow and Machete. I was like, these are good names for a hunter. And then I was like, no, they would not be. Speaking of Crossbow, did you guys see that they're making another Rambo movie? Because I have many questions.
I'm just gonna go ahead and jump out in front of the question here and say yes, they did use a slow, dramatic orchestral version of Old Town Road in the trailer.
Oh my god! When when Immune said, "This is Old Town Road," and I was like, "No, it's not." And it sure as fucking hell was. They must not have known. It has meme status now. You almost can't use it in trailers. Like it made it so silly.
Well, like, the thing is, they not only took Old Town Road, but they're like, wait, let's only use the Billy Ray Cyrus parts.
Interesting. I wonder why that is. Only Billy Ray's True Country.
They're editing out my boy Lil Nas from his own song. That's messed up, Rambo.
Fix it, Rambo. We demand fixins.
If Sonic the Hedgehog can be brought to its knees by a Twitter outrage, then I say everyone get on your keyboards and attack the Rambo movie. Put Lil Nas in. Make him Rambo.
Do it. Also, I know I asked this in the Facebook group, but I really was torn. I have the name Activision, and I still don't know if it's a good name or a bad name. Because there's that meme where, like, I'm a hunter named Activision, and I'm gonna name my pet Blizzard. And then it says, Blizzard, Activision's pet. Is that something? Is that a joke?
No. I mean, I've seen it. Yeah, I mean...
Have people made that joke, or was that you?
That is a joke, but is it a funny joke? Like, I think it's an old joke by this point. I saw that on Reddit, but, like, I've seen it before. It's cool, but, like, I don't know when I'd ever use the name Activision. I feel like it's wasting a real name, you know?
That's very true. I have mixed feelings on it. I guess the audience can decide. Audience, did you clap your ass cheeks and guffaw at that joke?
God, I hope somebody out there just fell onto the floor.
Someone spat up their milk, goobers in their nose.
If someone actually did, I'll rename my hunter Activision. I'll pay $10 for a name change just for that.
With all of the recent shakeups in the naming department, we sent our girl Growlina with 2 eyes. She wasn't quick enough to scoop up the one.
Oh, I have that one. I have the one with 1 eye. I forgot to talk about that one.
Well,
hey, everybody. I have Growlina with 1 eye, and I'm going to rename my human hunter that. And it's going to be like, hello, it's me, Growlina. How do you do today?
I'm on the Prowlina.
Can you imagine if I paid for a name change just for like tonight at Raid, just to make my mage named Growlina? That'd be funny. Would people like that?
That'd be hilarious. That'd be a good use of what, $10?
Did anyone's ass clap to that one?
My butt cheeks kind of touched each other, but it wasn't like the sonic of a clap. Well, Growlina, with 2 eyes, went out to Stormwind Gardens to ask about any names people might have dug up.
Greetings and salutations, do not relenters. It's your favorite four-clawed correspondent, Growlina. I'm here with Kazay, sitting back and enjoying a fresh Sulfurian slammer or two in the old town, talking about the slew of new names that have been popping up. Now, Kaz, it's been a couple days since these new folks showed up. What is the wildest name that you've seen?
I'd have to say, okay.
Just okay? Just 2 letters?
No, the 4-letter version. But still, that was crazy to me.
Did you yourself try to get any exclusive and rare names?
No, I was at work and I read about it there, but I couldn't play and get any.
I see. So, if you had the time, what was the one name you would have gone for?
Well, probably my real name.
And what would that have been, if you don't mind me asking?
Mark.
Wait, just Mark?
Yep, just Mark, LOL.
We'll tell you what, Kaz. You may just be able to make this Worgen one rich gal. While Kaz and I discuss business, why don't we send it back to the boys in Borealis?
Well, if they're ever looking for Alex's cousin, send them my way.
Oh man, I love that name.
Yep. Lights was taken, but Alex's cousin wasn't. So
Who's
we all
Alex?
know. Exactly.
I don't know her.
Who is she? I don't know her, but I do know that in 8.2 we are going to get a sick new mount, a Tide Stallion that drops from a rare NPC known as Fabius.
Ooh, Fabius the Fabulous.
Any thoughts about this mount, boys?
Well, the only one that I really think of when I see it is I don't like its horse hooves. I don't like its purely vestigial horse hooves.
Hey, maybe it might be able to use them somehow.
I mean, I assume from its little bodkin that it's going to be an aqua mount, in which case hooves cannot propel you through the water. But then now I'm thinking about it, and what if it runs on its hooves and it just scrapes its fish butt on the ground? That's equal levels of unfortunate. It just feels like a creature that shouldn't exist.
Has science gone too far in Azeroth?
96% of people get this wrong.
Maybe if it's on land, it just awkwardly hovers above, like the worm things that you can ride sometimes.
Or like the mind riddlers and the other gross icky one.
I like that you said that you can ride them sometimes. Like there's a mount that like Santa's little helper when you bring it out. It's like, not now. 6 to 9 p.m. server time.
You know, I don't know why I said that. Maybe I just meant that I sometimes choose to ride them.
It's not an everyday thing. I don't want you listening audience to think I'm an abyssal worm guy.
It is on the bar of one of my alts, probably. So I probably use it sometimes.
You know, I always wondered, how does that work when you kill something and it drops itself? Like, how does that happen? What's going on there?
The RP is just you beat them into subservience.
Or you literally murder them and then reanimate their corpse as your slave.
There's 2 other Fabiuses, but they're not really, they're just like different colors of it. And you get them in the most wildest of ways. It's like for Fabius, you just kill Fabius, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the Crimson Tide Stallion, which is a red Fabius with like metal armor on it, it costs 4 cultist pinky fingers, 2 pulsating bloodstones, 3 overwhelmingly alluring idols, and 1 hungry herald's tentacle taco. What?
Excuse me?
What does any of that mean? This is a game of trading with Murloc vendor NPCs. Oh, so it's like...
Oh, it's the guy who had the farting fish.
Oh no, not the farting fish again.
How many farting fishes do I need to get my stinky herald mount?
Man, these mounts in 8.2 just look, all of them look crazy. Like, there's so many. They keep saying this is like the biggest patch in Warcraft history or whatever. And I hope that it's true.
Ooh, that one mount on the left there looks like the legendary Pokemon from Pokemon Moon.
Oh, the Ann Cohen Wave Ray. It's like a manta
Anne
ray.
Cullen? I went to school with her.
This thing's ugly. The Ann Cohen Wave
So is
Ray.
she.
Remind me to tweet this. Everyone, remind me to tweet all this stuff out so I don't forget.
I don't know what you're talking about. We never forget to tweet things we say we're going to tweet.
We tweet everything.
Oh crap, I still have a picture of 3 weapons on my phone.
Send them.
Shit.
So, you guys probably haven't checked off your box for the stress test beta yet, right? I'm assuming for WoW Classic.
No, and I don't really care to. I mean, I know it would help them with the game, but I don't really have that much interest.
You just check a box off. Maybe you get it, maybe you don't. You probably won't.
Yeah, I just don't really have an interest in it, but I'm sure I will.
I ended up doing some testing with it when it was live for the common folk, and I accidentally ended up in a Asmongold raid, and I don't know how it happened.
Oh dear. Do tell.
I'm so sorry.
What was his reaction?
I was in there and I'm like, okay, let's see what a human paladin's all about in the World of Warcraft Classic. And so I get in there and then everyone's like spamming chat saying invite. And I was like, I want to say invite. So I started to say invite. And then somebody invited
you wanted
me.
to get invited to the thing. You're like, I want to say it.
I was like, what is this fun meme everyone's doing? I want to join. So then I did it. Somebody invited me, and then all of a sudden, like, there's just a mass storm of humans and dwarves and gnomes running up the street. And I was like, what the hell? So I followed them, and I guess they were making multiple raid groups to get on the same layer. So in Classic, there's not sharding, but there's layering, which is like a soft shard. I don't really understand any of it, but
Asmongold sure is a soft shard.
careful, he's gonna come after you. I didn't say that, Asmongold. He said it.
Asmongold reacts to Aaron saying that he's a shard.
Nixium reacts to Asmongold reacting to Aaron's insistence that he's a wet fart.
But yeah, so I just joined, and they were trying to organize they're trying to organize a Horde vs. Alliance big, like, humongous fight. There was like hundreds of Alliance people. Like, my screen was chugging because of how many people were just causing particles and stuff. The servers were like lagging, and we were literally stress testing the servers with what we were doing. So that was kind of cool. I didn't actually get to go do any fighting because I got tired of waiting around, and then I booted up Asmongold's stream, and then I was just like, what am I doing? Well, why am I doing this? So then I logged out and played regular WoW. But
at what
was
point
there.
did you realize that you were on the Gold's stream?
I was running with people who were just talking in /say chat, because in Classic, mobs don't scale, right? So like you can run through zones that have like level 60 mobs and you're level 1. So we were all running in a tight group, because what would happen is the monsters on the outside of the roads would aggro and they would kill one of us. Only one. So like you're hoping it's not going to be you who's picked by the monsters, and everyone dies and you say RIP, and like there was Peggy. Peggy was my friend. She was a dwarf warrior. She was a lady. And Peggy, we were running side by side talking about like what was happening in the server and how crazy this was. A spider targeted Peggy and charged her, and I couldn't do anything but watch her die. And I left her corpse behind on the road, and I couldn't help.
She is but a sacrifice in the road to the gold. The Asmongold.
But
Peggy, no.
I'll never forget you, Peggy. But then somebody was like, they were just saying Twitch memes, like, in regular WoW chat, and I was like, this must be a Twitch thing. And then somebody said Asmongold, and then I went on his Twitch, and I saw that I was in the group. Like, I could see me on the stream, like, oh, hey, that's me! I was jumping up and down, and I could see myself in the crowd. So yeah, I mean, it's cool that that's happening, because they really are stress testing these servers. Like, those servers are being pushed to the max. I mean, I guess that's good, right? They're getting information. I'm gonna play classic. I think I'll give it a go. I mean, if I had time to level all these alts to 120, I think I can play classic for a little bit, right?
I think that we should also have classic versions of this podcast, where instead of talking into microphones and to computers, we call each other and then record it on an old Walkman.
Okay, I'm game. Maybe for April Fools, we can do like a one where we use like a phonograph or something.
Welcome to Classic. I was playing today and I died.
Just be the worst quality in the world.
I think it's time that we go back to my favorite bony castle in the sky and visit my main man, Kel'Thuzad, in the second iteration of the 100,000 Copper Necropolis.
My name is Kel'Thuzad, and after years in the phylactery, I'm in the mood for some entertainment. Welcome to the 100,000 Copper Necropolis!
Ooh, pay me, daddy.
Ooh, come back, Sweaty Gumbo.
Sweaty, please give us back Time Warp.
Please, I'll do anything. Kel'Thuzad's stinky. His bones are musty. So for those of you who did not know, this is in the style of the $100,000 pyramid. I'll be giving some prompts to Slide, and he has to work together with Immune. They have 60 seconds to try and guess all of my questions. And if they do it, they win 100,000 copper, which is about 10 gold. And if they lose, they delete WoW forever, or they take a drink.
Well, I'm gonna do the second one. Now, do I drink this White Claw, or do I drink this water, or this coffee, or this Arnold Palmer? I have 4 drinks on my desk right now.
We taking shots.
Okay, fine.
Okay, Slide, do you have your prompt?
Yes.
So the timer begins
There will be no escape.
now.
Okay. They're furry. Growlina.
Morgan.
But they have a. They are
claws.
No. Growlina is.
I got it. Okay. Sending the next one. Well, actually, that's all of them, but.
Okay. Nordrasil.
The trees, the life trees, whatever they're called.
It's Earth. I'll do it for Earth.
World trees.
Yeah.
Bing.
Yawks around. Cthulhu.
Old gods.
Bing.
It's cut off. Old Town. I'm just Old Town.
Districts in Stormwind.
I hope so. I hope that's the one. Oh God, I don't know this. I don't know this one. What does this mean? Which ones? What are their
The end is upon you.
High Mountain.
Types
Azuda.
of Tauren.
That is it.
Oh,
That is
Types
it.
of Tauren. That's where you
Yeah,
go.
it's
It makes
the
sense you go
unfortunate
there.
one to start with.
That's the worst one. It was names of broken idols, and I started with the worst one because it's a place and it's a people.
Oh.
So I should have said like Azuna or Stormheim.
Yeah, I wrote it in a bad way. Next time I do it, I'll be able to. I was just like, here's the first one, and then here's the rest of them. And also I scribbled and it's in chicken scratch. But I got it for next time.
Okay. We have our shots of Svedka.
My favorite is, you boys did make it to the 5th one here. We had named Worgen, names of world trees, names of old gods, names of districts in Stormwind, names of the Broken Isles. But the one you did not get to was going to be my ultimate test, names Aaron got in the release. Just to see if you were listening to things that I said 30 minutes ago.
Well, now we'll never know.
Unless you listen to the first 20 minutes.
Right. I guess it's time to get real sexy up in here, because it's time to move to our sexiest NPC of the week.
Finally. I've been waiting all week.
Our sexiest NPC of the week this week is none other than everyone's favorite pilot, Sky Captain Swayze.
He's a man
That's
who
right.
knows how to fill out dull brown leather.
That's a man who knows how to act in the movie Ghost and make pottery with his lady friend, because that's the reference.
So, when I first saw Sky Captain Swayze, I believe I was in public and I uttered out loud, "You have to be shitting me." Not only is there a handsome, beautiful, studly WoW character named Swayze, like it's not even like Swazi or like Sway G, it's literally just Patrick Swayze's name. But you look at his portrait and it's just Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, who drew this? Is this from like what, like the Wikipedia site, right, or something?
Yeah, it's on WoW. It's on Wowipedia. It is literally just a picture of Patrick Swayze in like next to Teldrassil in the brown armor. It's rough.
Must be like from like a comic or something. But then why was Sky Captain Swayze in a There's so many questions.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions here. Either somebody was commissioned by Blizzard to make Captain Patrick Swayze fan art, or what I would prefer to believe, someone like us decided that this character is very sexy and decided to make some Captain Patrick Swayze fanfic and also provide some illustrations.
The notion that Blizzard commissioned Captain Swayze fan art for their Sky Captain is ridiculous, and I want that to be the answer. I want that to be the one.
And let it be known that they made the correct choice, because while he is side by side with his Point Break co-star Keanu Reeves, aka Keanu Reeves, Keanu has he's an orc. Keanu has no fan art on his page.
Oh man, I mean, how do you draw Keanu as an orc? Blizzard was like, hey, we're doing commissions, just draw Keanu as an orc. Everyone's like, fuck no, how the hell am I supposed to do that?
And Keanu's Wikipedia page does not even include the fact that he's a Point Break reference, even though it is the exact same Point Break reference as Captain Swayze.
Alliance bias confirmed by the WoW community.
Hoorah.
Hoorah.
God, his hair is so on point in this drawing. This is one that we will for sure tweet out. I promise you, people. I promise we'll tweet this one.
I might even just make it my profile picture. Captain Swayze is too good looking.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh-hoo.
Woof! Sky Captain Swayze, I'm gonna send you your award through the mail. Pick it up.
Unfortunately, he's unable to, because like the real Patrick Swayze, he died falling off of his horse.
I mean, he was involved. He was the Kata guy, right? He was the one on the Kata ship.
Yep. I mean,
So, like,
more than likely, he got rolled over by Deathwing, like everyone did for like the first week of Dragon Soul.
Do a barrel roll.
I mean, we did for like the first several times we tried to run that.
Yeah, I did 2 weeks ago.
I still do. I only run that with you guys, and one of you guys knows how to do it, not me.
It's a fucking chore. It's a goddamn chore. But Sky Captain Swayze makes it all worth doing.
Except that he's actually before the battle, so...
But, like, I get to see him and then... Shh.
So now that we have our sexiest NPC out of the way, we can slide on into our top 2 bottom boot or medium moot of the week.
Medium moot.
Medium moot.
Okay, Aaron, what you got?
I come to you on a sad occasion. I have one of few times in my life come here with a bottom boot.
Oh, shit.
I ran Draenor Dungeons on 2 characters. I got my 5 on each and then did probably 4 extra on each. So that's a combined about 18 runs. Not once did I get Skyreach.
What? Are you
Not
kidding me?
once. I got slag mines so many times. I got iron docks. I got the Everbloom. I hardly remember the Everbloom except for the skip and sexiest NPC of last week, y'all knew boss fights. I was getting those. I'm like, surely it's got to come up soon. Come on. Nope, Arcandune. Not once did I get Skyreach, and I felt awful.
You
There's
know,
only 6. That's nuts.
you know, the next time this comes around, you can truly say, it's been ages since I've been to the Skyreach.
It has. I wanted to go home. I put a note on my calendar. Today's the day that I prove I can do the wind tunnel. No one needs to pull me anymore.
Skyreach was actually the hardest dungeon for people to do. Can you believe that? I kind of can. Because I ran so much time walking that people would join. A guy joined Skyreach and said, "Nuh-uh, fuck this." And he didn't just leave the dungeon, he logged off WoW completely.
He deleted
I tried to whisper
his
him.
account.
I whispered him and I was like, "Yo, dude, isn't that bad?" And it said, "Player not found." He was just done. So apparently people were wiping on Skyreach to like the bird, the feathers, and I don't know. Like I was like, it's easy. It's Skyreach. It's home.
I will say, the fight with the quills, people were fucking up a lot.
That's a bummer that you didn't get it. I can't believe it.
So that's my bottom boot of the week. Immune, what is your top toot, bottom boot, or medium boot?
I got a top toot of the week. I gotta say, my top toot of the week is finally getting around to playing Resto Druid. And I gotta say, I actually really enjoyed it. It is definitely a really different play style than Holy Priest. I felt like I didn't have a dedicated, like, oh shit, this person's dying, I have something to heal them up to 100%, like, in one click. And I had to rely on throwing hots on people and, like, just a lot of hots. And that was very different than Holy Priest. It was interesting to play, and I think I might try to raid with him tonight if we do Daza.
I look forward to seeing it.
We haven't had a consistent druid heals in a while, right? They left to go do real world stuff.
Well, I mean, Solstice does sometimes, I guess.
True, that's true.
Slide, what is your top toot, bottom boo, medium of the week?
I have a bottom boo, and it's along the lines of Aaron's bottom boot. Everbloom. I love the Everbloom. And Blizzard decided that they were going to prevent people from being able to do the famous Everbloom skip. They put up many barriers all around the fucking dungeon, because there was like a good 8 or 9 different ways to travel up through the hills to avoid all the trash mobs. But the most important one is the very first one, where you all just spend your time running at the wall and trying to get up and hoping that whoever gets up top has a priest pull or a 2-person mount that takes you 40 minutes. But part of me missed it. I missed running at that wall for several seconds trying to get up there. And they just took it all out. So now you have to run through the entire dungeon, and it just takes a lot longer than what I remember. And it's just kind of sad.
And, the stupid part is that, it wouldn't really end up saving anyone any time, because you'd spend so much time trying to get everyone up there to run around and skip, 1 or 2 trash mobs. And by the time, you do it, it would have been the same amount of time as if you would have actually just run through all this trash, probably.
Whose side are you on here?
I'm not.
I get what Immune's saying. He's saying it's not like it's a time saving or a hack anyways, so just leave it in for goof's sake.
I think I get why they did it. It's probably because they didn't want to have new players who've never seen Draenor have to learn the skip. But
they don't want
I
to
had to learn
chastised when they don't bash their heads into the wall. This is how we do it. This is how we've always done it.
That's gotta be it. I had to learn it. So let them learn it too, damn it. But yeah,
This
that's
is
my
how
bottom
we
boot.
do it. It's raiding night.
I also learned why Yalnu invaded Stormwind. I did some research from last week.
Ooh, do
Turns
tell.
out the mages, the Kirin Tor, were trying to set up supply lines to Draenor, and they fucked up and set up a supply line to the Everbloom. They didn't know it was monster infected, and so they got wiped out, but the portal remained open, because I guess they can't close it for some reason, and even though Yalnu isn't in the party with the mages, he can use it somehow. So use it he did.
And he didn't even tip.
Wait, we also learned something crazy.
So, okay, like I think we all ran this together this week, right?
The
And
Everbloom?
or maybe we didn't, but I remember in the
No,
past.
we only ran what's it called? Slag mines.
Oh, anyways, I remember in the past, like, remember when we were fighting Yalnu and like the main Kirin Tor mage, she would just keep saying like, "We are lost," and I would be like, "Are we lost? I know exactly where we are. We're like on a cliff above Stormwind. What are you talking about, girl?" So we found out this week that there's an achievement you can get where if you defeat Yalnu without any of the Kirin Tor mages dying, and both Side and I turned to each other when we got this achievement, we were like, "Wait, these mages can die?"
Oh, they were saying we are lost because that's like their dying sound.
Right.
No, literally, I remember being like, we are lost. I was like, we're in a weird part of Outer Stormwind, girl, but you know where we are. We're by like the Pandaria balloon.
And I'm like, lady, we have like 10% health to go. We're doing fine. Like, we're not lost at all. What are you talking about?
Meanwhile, we're just being the biggest dicks there could be. We're making fun of her. We're like the SpongeBob meme. We're like, "Ooh, we are lost," when her best friend just died.
Because I've never had any problems clearing that, apparently, without the mages dying. Because she says we are lost every time we did it. So it doesn't be that big of a deal damage-wise, right?
But no, that was our first time getting this achievement.
Yeah, it was hilarious getting it in 2019. That's pretty cool, though. I'll take it. But, alright. I think that's about it for us. If you guys have any questions, comments, complaints, fun Everbloom skip stories, if you want to enter in this Pride Pin contest to get a free pretty pin, you can email us at donotrelenttpod@gmail.com or tweet at us at donotrelenttpod on the Twitter. What about you guys? Where can I find you on the internet?
You guys can find me, Alex, or Immunization on Twitter at NewEraAlex.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, at TheBigacheesy on Twitter.
Alright, I'm about to go level this paladin and hope I can get him into raid today. So we'll see you guys next week. And remember,
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.
I was gonna have a thing here where the lady from Everbloom was gonna say that she was lost because one of her mages died, but I couldn't find the clip on Wowhead. So here we go. a dramatic reenactment. We are lost. That was good. If you liked what you heard, like, comment, subscribe. Grookey Gang out, which is actually official because Nintendo put Grookey Gang in their Twitter, so we're real. Goodbye.